Welcome, everyone. Welcome to purplelunarose Tarot and Astrology. Tonight, we're going to be reading for the fire signs Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius for the week of January 7th through January 13th. I will recap on the astrology for this week, and I will start with a collective reading first. Timestamps and all the links that you can need will be in the description box of this video. Personal readings can be found in my Etsy shop and over on our new PLR website. All right, let's talk about the astrology, guys. So this is the week of the 7th through the 13th. We have that Capricorn new moon coming in on the 11th. I'm super excited about it. Thank you, Sandra. I see Sandra and Diana. Don't forget, guys, we're on 3 different platforms, YouTube, Twitch, and Facebook, all at the same time. All right, so let's get to it. January 9th, I just want to remind you guys that the sun is going to be the sun is going to be in Capricorn, trine Uranus and Taurus. This is the day that we talked about creative and productive aspects and strong work ethics. You also, of course, have that new moon in Capricorn on January 11th. This is going to be the first new moon of 2024. It is a very powerful self-starting energy and a perfect day for those of you that want to apply for new jobs or work on your New Year's resolutions. This energy with this particular moon will help you tackle your goals and dreams. And you can see there on your screen, I put this is a high achieving energy. You want to make long-term plans with the Capricorn new moon. Definitely no mercy for crybabies with Capricorn, right? And set intentions for the entire year. Really quickly, just one last reminder, January 12th, you also have Mars in Capricorn trine Jupiter in Taurus. Remember, this is the day that I told you, mark your calendars, because everything you touch will turn to gold. I find that pretty interesting coming right after that Capricorn new moon. Last thing I want to mention is January 13th, Mercury will enter Capricorn, and I do feel like that's when we're going to put those new moon, Capricorn new moon energies into action. All right, I'll try to remind everyone since we didn't have a love and astrology reading this week, but I was just ready to get started. I don't know about you guys, but I was like, I didn't want to redo last week's schedule. I was like, let's just do it, right? Clean the table off, got everything back to how it's supposed to be. And yeah, let's just bring 2024, right? All right, so let me start collective reading first. I don't know why I did that. I put my notebook away like I'm not going to do the timestamps. All right, let's do 313 because I seen it for the collective. And I have pulled out the Heal Yourself reading cards. And I am going to start with masculine energy first. Remember, guys, everyone has masculine and feminine energies within them. Masculine is the fight, protect, provide energy. I don't know why I say that. Feminine has fight too. Masculine is protect and provide energy. Feminine energy is nurture, self-care energy. So we're going to look at both. And this can resonate differently for everyone, right? But for me, it is because I am having a very specific type of spiritual awakening journey. And most of you that follow me are on the same journey with me, right? That's why the messages pull at your heartstrings, like I like to say. All right, let's start masculine first. We have the inner child coming out. It's number 16. It's definitely about its inner wounds, abandonment, rejection. It could have something to do with childhood, parents. I'm getting this almost like a whole story here, but it's a strong energy and it does resonate with my own journey. So that definitely, I mean, kind of makes sense, I guess. But it's this energy of someone who had a difficult or challenging childhood. Maybe the parents weren't um, active parents. It's the nicest way I can think to say that, right? And it's this energy of one needing to heal those wounds. And I do feel like that energy is being brought up for masculine, but this has something to do, like maybe this masculine has their own children. And it's definitely this energy like, I don't want mine to suffer like I had to suffer. It's definitely like energy of not wanting someone to feel left alone or abandoned. All right, let's look at feminine energy. We have entrapment coming out. I didn't see that coming. Help from above is on the bottom. Wow, okay. Man. It's so interesting though, because we're supposed to be holding that feminine energy. So it just makes me wonder, did we receive something? Okay, so for the last couple of weeks or several weeks, I've been seeing that the divine feminine energy has been feeling like we're asked to hold that energy. Remember when, so here's where I'm going to stray, and it's going to be a little bit different than you hear other twin readers talk about. But I feel like we swap our masculine and feminine energies back and forth. So, for example, if I'm working on protecting and providing, then my counterpart is working on nurturing, self care, self healing, right? And if my counterpart's working on protecting and providing, then I'm working on self care, self healing, right? It's how we swap back and forth. Remember, it's one soul. We have to heal the whole soul. So I feel like in this particular type of spiritual awakening, we swap these energies back and forth. That's why so many divine feminines will say, like, I feel like I've always been in my masculine energy. I feel like I've always had to fight and protect and provide, and I feel like I've always been the giver, right? Remember, the masculine energy is does the giving, right? And the feminine energy does the receiving. So I'm picking up here, I mean, it's very possible that there's been like a swap. And it's so weird because I feel like we've been holding that feminine energy so strongly. I mean, I feel like I'm still holding it, but I don't know what entrapment means. Like, I don't feel like I'm being controlled or manipulated by anyone. So then I'm going to turn to you guys and ask you, do you feel divine feminine like something is holding you back or something is stopping you or controlling you? Because that's what the entrapment card means. It means that you're not able to move forward in your journey because something is, blocking your doorway. We're definitely going to pull some tarot for this collective. All right, let's look at the bridging energy. So remember, the bridging energy is going to be the current spiritual lesson. The current spiritual lesson. Ooh, I just heard this too. Is it possible that divine feminine is trying to control the outcome of a situation or the timing, trying to push something, not letting something just go with the flow type of energy? Very possible. All right, let's look at the bridging energy. We have the letting go card. I feel like I'm going to get in trouble in this reading. How teachable are you is on the bottom. And you see how her violin is right here in the corner? So it's this energy of working with your creativity. Remember, your creativity is what's given to you from spirit so that you can follow your purpose. So I feel like right now, the message, maybe we're not swapped here. Maybe masculine energy. I felt like that was really strongly masculine, especially because I feel like I've definitely worked on the inner child wounds, right? When we work on those wounds, we break away from codependency, we break away from anything that any type of rejection wound. When we break away from rejection wounds, I had this feeling in my own journey of like detachment. And I know several of you guys have mentioned that word to me, detachment. We were so scared of detachment for the longest time, but it's like now we're finding our independence, like independently, separate from the twin journey. So it's like it's a detachment. It's no longer codependent. It's no longer obsessive thinking. It's no longer focused on the person instead of the purpose, right? So my question is, have we strayed? Have we started focusing on the person again? Something like that. Letting go could just be expectations. It could be the past. We have 16, 26, and 34. All right, I'm going to use the Gilded Tarot. No, pretty in sync. I like that. All right, let's see what the tarot says. So the sun comes out for divine masculine. We have the moon coming out for divine masculine and the king of swords. Ouch. So the sun is about happiness. Sometimes we get control and manipulation. That's going to be more over here with this card. Surprised that it didn't come out over there, but I feel like it's because this is more about divine masculine, trying to decide, not necessarily trying to decide, but like trying to. So the sun is going to be happiness and the moon is going to be the sadness, right? And then King of Swords here in the middle is like, I have to speak truth. And I'm only going to be able to have one or the other. It's definitely this energy of one or the other. And the interesting part is that the moon is an illusion. Like it's not real. So whatever the thought is about one or the other, happy or sad, it's like the truth, speaking truth. And most likely it's going to be speaking truth about whatever those inner child wounds are. I feel like would break through the illusion. All right, let's look at that entrapment on divine feminine. It's definitely throwing me off. All right, Seven of Pentacles, sweet. Okay, so I said that like I felt like it's possible that we're trying to control something, like a situation. Like maybe we're trying to push something. We're not going with the flow type of energy, right? We have Seven of Cups. Seven of Cups is options, choices. It does say, look at the sevens though, right? But it does say that like be cautious. Be cautious when you're making those choices. And then we also have Queen of Wands. Queen of Wands, be cautious, but be confident in yourself. Queen of Wands. So this is going to have something to do with divine timing. Are you guys impatient? Do you guys feel like you're impatient? I'm impatient. I have all the Aries. Aries doesn't want to wait for anything, right? But I feel like I'm definitely learning the lesson. My ears just started ringing. I'm learning the lesson that like spirit's way is better than my way. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. It's the ego, right? Like our ego gets in our way, and then it's not for the greater good of all. It's for what's greater good for us. So I feel like it has something to do with being patient. And it's like if you don't understand why you're having to be patient, divine feminine, it's because it's going to bring you better choices, better options. Remember, the Seven of Pentacles is that card that says you've planted your seeds. And I mean, it says it's the you're almost there card. So it's like you could start to pick some of this harvest, but you don't want to pick too much. That's the Seven of Pentacles. All right, letting go, Ten of Swords. It's letting go of a painful life cycle. It's a completion. How many of you guys feel that Mercury going direct today? So Mercury is direct, Jupiter is direct. Several of you guys messaged me today and was like, I feel so much better. The energy's different. I can feel the shift. And it's like, yes, yes. We're definitely, I love that it's the bridging energy. So letting go, it means both sides, divine masculine and divine feminine, letting go of a painful life cycle. We just are completing this 4-year cycle that goes back to 2019. So you want to look back around New Year's 2019, what happened around that time, because I do feel like that is what's being completed. And I want to say, like, there was purpose to that cycle. That's when we broke free from the codependency. It's when we surrendered, started trusting our journey, putting our purpose, in the forefront. We have the Devil card coming out. It's going to be karmic energies. It could have something to do with the Capricorn. You see the two people tied in the fires. And then you have Seven of Wands. We learned how to have healthy boundaries, right? We broke free from karmic energies and learned how to have healthy boundaries. On the bottom is King of Wands. So we do have a match. We have King of Wands and Queen of Wands. This is passion, excitement, drive. All right, let's do head, heart, higher self with the romance angels. And let's start on the masculine side. So head, heart, higher self, we're looking at thoughts, feelings, and higher self lessons. Stay optimistic about your love life. Positive thinking and faith will bring you romance, comes out in the headspace. So trying to stay positive. In the heart space, we have separation. Time apart from your partner is on the horizon. And we also have retreat coming out for higher self. It's time to disconnect from the world. There's that word disconnect. I feel like I said that earlier. So I said this last week. I felt like the masculine energy is experiencing the same energies that divine feminine energy was experiencing like just a few weeks ago. And it's pretty interesting because we always talk about how the divine feminine energy is leading the journey, which is very true. But it's also like it feels to me like the masculine energy never really has time to catch up. And I don't know why, but I'm seeing the word cycles and I can almost see a cycle. It's interesting because I was wondering this myself in my own journey. But how many of you guys feel like, especially for those of us that are a little bit further on this journey and actually out following purpose, right? If you're at work and you still feel like, man, there's something else I'm supposed to be doing, and it's like difficult and challenging for you to go to work every day, then you're not following purpose, right? So I feel like for those of us that are following purpose, I'm seeing this cycle where I guess maybe not a cycle, but like a timeline. But it's like where we go for a certain amount of time working our purpose, working our journey, learning a specific lesson, and then and usually that happens, I feel like, in a separation period. Then when we have like a reunion period, it's like this, I kept calling it like a recharge or like a boost, a reboost, right? Of our energies. And it's like we go further again, right? Like we do it again and then we it's like ascension. So it's like we learn another lesson, we do something else. And that's kind of what I'm feeling is happening for both divine masculine and divine feminine. I don't believe that the separation in the heart space is something that's actually happening. Remember, this could be like a message coming from divine feminine because the telepathy is through the heart space. But because retreat is here and I see like the couple, it looks like a wedding, like a marriage. I feel like it's very possible that it's going to be a message. I totally wanted to change it, but it can't. It's going to be a message coming from Divine Feminine. And it's possible, like look how she's looking, like she's sitting in the chair, laying there. It's almost like concern, worry. But this divine masculine's higher self is learning the disconnection. And it's not disconnection from like spirit or source, or even the twin. I mean, we all know you can't do that, right? Like we've all tried to cut cords and run and move to Canada and all the things, right? But it's like a disconnect from feeling like something is controlling you or something is making you do something, or like the like life is happening to you instead of you creating the life that you want. That's going to be this card. All right, let's do feminine energy. Heart, higher self. So divine feminine thoughts, feelings, and current higher self lesson. And I feel like we're going to get a message back. All right, love yourself first, divine feminine. Your self-respect makes you more romantically attractive. Chemistry, there's a strong magnetic attraction here, definitely message back and forth. And engagement, your love life is ascending to a higher level of commitment. What did I just say? Gosh, spirit loves me. Do y'all see that? Oh my gosh, big more. Codependency is on the bottom. Addictions are affecting your romantic life. Okay, so that's going to be a big confirmation here. I was wondering, like, what the bleep? Okay, so yes, it's possible that um, there's some time pushing, like timeline pushing, like trying to control divine timing. Good luck with that, divine feminine. I don't recommend it. But I do feel that. But it's also the addictions, especially for those of you that are experiencing reunion energies at this time. It's like we get it's the reboost, it's the recharge energy, right? It's like you get so excited. I don't know. It's like you get on this journey. I feel like I can go so long and I can push and I can have the self-discipline and the structure and the daily routine and yada yada, but it's like I can only do it so long and then I burn out. Do you guys do that? It's like it's only for a certain period and then it slows down and I get tired and it just starts getting slower and slower and slower. And then there's like a reboost or a recharge and then it's like you go again, right? It's but when those periods of recharging happen, it's like you want to be in that state all the time, right? It's like you want to be in that energy. Who wants to be in the depleted or tired or exhausted energy, right? It's like you want to be in that heightened energy that comes with the connection of the twins, right? All right, so I feel like we got enough messages through the heart space that I'm not going to pull any message cards, but I will pull a guidance card to close it out. Both divine feminine, divine masculine, learning to end karmic cycles. That's what this is. Ten of Swords, the Devil, and the Seven of Wands, end karmic cycles by having healthy boundaries and protecting ourselves and our journey. Prosperity comes out. It says, focus on the positive and more good will come. Give thanks for blessings and they will multiply. Prosperity begins in the mind. I feel like this is a little bit more for divine masculine because there is like more of a energy of like a little bit of victim consciousness coming from over here. Like, in other words, like the happiness isn't for me and the moon is just saying like it's an illusion. Everyone can be happy, right? Healing is here, and it says, bless all in need of healing, hope, and love. Spirit, grant us strength and wisdom and guide us to the path of wellness. That's what's happening, right? And clarity is here. Banish the fog of illusion. Open your eyes to the truth and remember the perfection of who you are. I love this card because there was this time, I tell this story every once in a while, but there was this time at the beginning, so like 3 years ago, when I was starting to do PLR, and I remember asking, like the cards kept coming out that we're supposed to follow our purpose. And I was like, okay, great, but what's my purpose, right? And I kept asking spirit that, like, what is my part? What am I supposed? Am I just read tarot? I mean, I know I'm supposed to read tarot, but there's got to be like more to it, right? And it's to remind you of who you are, so that you don't feel like you're the only ones this has happened to, so that you step into your power and start working your path, your soul's path, like your soul's journey, right? So I love that this card is coming out. I feel like divine feminine could be getting a reminder, and divine masculine is really just now awakening and really just realizing how powerful they are. All right, I'm going to leave it right there. That's going to be your collective reading. I hope that was helpful. I got a little cleanup video for you guys to watch while I shuffle and get ready for Aries. Did y'all see my sage burning crystal collecting sign my daughter-in-law got me for Christmas? Oh, well, I guess you can't see it now. I forgot the video was playing. Holidays definitely turned out better than I expected, but I just have this push, this drive. I'm just ready to move forward. Guys, everything you see on your screen, link is in the description box. Diana says, I felt more mellow and zen. Yes. In alignment, right? Is alignment the right word, would you say? Why are we talking about tornadoes? It's December. Is there a storm? Yes, alignment. Yes. Oh my gosh, I just realized that the video is going to keep. I'm such a silly goose. Because how long is she going to shuffle? Oh, I don't know. 3 or 4 minutes. I'm totally. We've been repurposing, or like, I don't know, where we turn the lives into video on demand because YouTube told me to, which it's working, by the way. So thank you, YouTube. But yeah, I feel like it's going to make it so I'm so much calmer in the lives, right? Because more people will watch the shorter videos for each sign than will sit and watch like an entire live. So it's like now we don't have to be so, I don't know, we can be a little more chill, right? I'm sorry, guys. I had to get a drink of my tea. Oh, I remember that story, Miss Tina. The next day, brought the whole shed. All right, I'm going. Ooh, chakra stones. That is so cool. There was these chakra cards that came with chakra stones. I'm at that Divine Intention store that I like in Katie's, and I wasn't able to get it last time I went, but I remember putting it in my checklist for what I want next time for sure. That's a great story. Miss Tina's shed stories. Actually super, super funny. We definitely did some reminiscing over New Year's. It was a very good New Year's though. I hope you guys all had a good New Year's. All right, guys, I'm ready. I'm nervous. It's like Aries. Aries is always the guinea pig. We never know what's gonna happen for Aries. I'm the Aries, so it's like, man. And it's the new year, so it's like, what's coming? What's gonna happen? We're gonna get to work. That's what's gonna happen. All right, let's do 3121 for Aries. 3121. All right, so I'm gonna start Heal Yourself reading cards. It's gonna be our energy of the week. See what we're working on this week, Aries. Aries, this is going to be for the week of January 7th through January 13th. Energy of the week, we have that inner child card coming back out. That came out for masculine energy. Aries, very strong masculine energy, right? Inner child, abandonment, rejection, you're healing those wounds. It's very possible this is going to come out as something that has been healed. I feel like I can't say I'm healed, but I feel like I am working on I feel like right now the twin journey is forcing me to work on the abandonment and rejection wounds, right? Like things are being brought up or like shown to me of how because of the journey, it's being like put in my face that I have these wounds, right? And how to heal them. And I will say that I feel like Aries, like we're doing it. I don't feel like it's something that is challenging. I wouldn't say it's healed. I wouldn't say you're completely, um, like you don't think about it or worry about it. But I don't think it's something that brings you down as low as it did before, I guess is the way to say it. All right, so I picked the numinous for the main spread. So let's see what the challenge or obstacle is. We have Aquarius coming out. It's the innovator. It's when you're trying to come up with like a new idea or you're trying to create a new path or a new way to do something. The power word is sticking out to me. So it's like, this is big. This isn't like something small or minor that you're trying to figure out, Aries. We have third house perception coming out and third house. So for me, look at your birth charts, guys. What's your third house? But Gemini is normally third house, right? But third house perception is going to be how it's speech is on here, thoughts is on here, social media, dating, but it's going to be how we see things. It's going to be how we see relationships or how we, um, I don't know. I just feel like there's this like shift where we used to think that relationships were only this way. And it's like you could be learning Aries that there could be many different types of relationships or like many different ways to have a relationship, something like that. And then we have a semi-sextile coming out and it's allowing, so encouraging energy coming out as the outcome. The eighth house normally ruled by Scorpio, intimacy was on the bottom. It's going to be your overall energy, Aries. Like, in other words, that's what this whole reading is about. So it tells me, Aries, that you're feeling like maybe you're worried about abandonment, maybe you're worried about rejection with someone that you are close to, that you're intimate with. Intimacy doesn't always have to mean sex. It doesn't have to be a sexual relationship for there to be intimacy. But of course it can. I feel like, Aries, this is about learning or coming up with a new way to do relationships. All right, let's look at inner child. So I'm going to use Triple Goddess Tarot. We have the Seven of Swords, distrust, disbelief. We have the Ace of Swords, it could be about new communication, and Knight of Pentacles, lifetime after lifetime after lifetime. It could be new clarity too. It could be that you're waiting for someone to bring you new clarity, or it could also be that you have disbelief that someone will bring you new clarity. And this someone isn't just someone. Nine of Pentacles is someone, the card represents again, lifetime after lifetime journey. So this could be someone that you've experienced multiple lifetimes with, Aries. But the Knight of Pentacles is also the card that talks about planting the seed, because the Knight of Pentacles is the knight that is like ready to get to work. It's in for the long haul, right? But it's also the card that you normally see where the fields are ready. Like they've been, you know how the farmers go out and they have to like turn the dirt and get everything ready before they actually start planting the seeds. It's like normally that's what you see behind the Knight of Pentacles. And Triple Goddess Tarot, you see how that snow is covering back there? So it's like the land isn't even ready to plant the seed, is the message that I'm getting there. I feel like you could be getting new clarity on that situation. More work has to be done, is what I'm getting. Luckily for you, Aries, you have Mars. Mars is your ruling planet, and it is moving into Capricorn on the 4th. So this is the week after. Remember, we're always a week ahead, guys, a week ahead. So I feel like that could give you a burst of energy, especially if you feel like you have to play catch up. All right, let's look at Aquarius, the innovator. I feel like you're trying to come up with a new idea, make something work. So we have the Nine of Wands coming out. Nine of Wands says you've been working on it a long time. You've been thinking about it for a long time. You see her garden and the wands behind it. It's like, the wands is like this gate that she uses like to protect what's hers, right? It also could have something to do with some stubborn energy here, but it's like you've taken great care of something. We have the Three of Hearts, have mercy. The Three of Swords coming out. Three of Swords is healing energy, but there's great pain with this Three of Swords. See how she's sitting down there in the corner? It's like something happened for a long time. And then we have the Queen of Cups. Queen of Cups is going to be divine feminine energy. And the Triple Goddess Tarot, it's about using your divinity. So what I'm getting here is you've been trying to heal this broken heart, right? It's taken a long time, Aries. It's very possible you've been doing something one way, and Spirit saying that you need to tap more into your spiritual abilities. It could have something to do with manifestation. Aries, you could be manifesting something that is not time. I feel like that came out for divine feminine and the collective energy. And again, I'm getting a stubborn energy with that Nine of Wands. All right, let's look at third house perception. So this is what's going to help you with this situation. The Lovers comes out. It's the confirmation of the twin journey. And remember I said that third house normally ruled by Gemini. So pretty interesting because the Lovers is Gemini, right? And we have Ten of Pentacles. Ten of Pentacles is your goals, your accomplishments, your achievements. And then we have that Capricorn energy coming back out. But this time there's no two people down there burning in the fires of hell, right? because this is the crone and triple goddess tarot. So it's the crone is like you've overcome those toxic energies, Aries. It's like I felt that. I felt like there was no need for this inner child card to be here for Aries. This is something you've already worked on and you have. You've already overcome this. Lesson learned that's going to help you with whatever is happening this week, Aries, where you feel like you have to come up with some new idea, is you've already been on this journey. You've already had these accomplishments. You've already broken away from the codependency. You need to look at that and focus on that energy instead of thinking that you have to fix something or you have to do something right now. Maybe it could also be too that it's like have confidence in the journey that you're on. Remember, the Lovers is a major arcana. It's like this energy where spirit steps in. And I feel like we talked about that last week. I feel like I mentioned it every single reading, right? Let your faith be bigger than your fear. That was the lesson I got last week. And I feel like I received so much confirmation as 2023 was closing out that there's really no reason for me to have any type of inner child wounds that could be blocking me from moving forward at this time, right? And I feel like if there is, we're facing them. We know. The Emperor comes out, taking control of the situation. Look at all the major arcana coming out for Aries. It's power. Judgment, Scorpio. So we got Aries and Scorpio back to back. And the High Priestess. I love it. Aries, powerful reading. On the bottom, again, Seven of Cups. Okay, so Aries. We're pushing something. We're pushing something and we're not allowing divine timing. And that could like manipulate or like change the options that we would have had we just allowed things to flow with divine timing, like just allowed spirit to bring the energies in whenever those energies are supposed to be here. So what I'm getting for this week, Aries, is don't rush, don't push anything. You have already stepped up into this Aries Emperor energy. You've already overcome inner child wounds. I mean, is it possible that you're feeling like you're having to like revisit that lesson? Very possible, but don't let it pull you back down, Aries, because you've already overcome that energy. You've already started to follow purpose. The Emperor, I mean, the High Priestess, remember, she sits at the veil, and I've been saying that. How many of you guys feel, Aries, like you get the answers that you need when you ask them? And if you're not, like, let's say you're not an Aries sun, moon, or rising, go look at your chart. Where is Aries on your chart? Have you been asking questions about that particular house? Have you been praying and receiving answers? You see what I'm trying to say? All right, I'm going to pull magical times for Aries guidance. So the Lovers, Gemini came out first, Capricorn, the Devil, Aries, the Emperor, Scorpio, Judgment. That's going to be that Pluto energy. Pluto comes in on the 20th, guys. It's so close. It's almost like you're fixing to get all the answers, Aries. You're fixing to get all the answers. Don't push something. It's like it's almost there. All right, magical times, integrity. Drop the things that offend your soul. Embrace your truth. It's your life. Let no one live it for you. Pilgrimage. You're on a journey to your own greatness. Your soul is longing to find the way, and only you can choose your path. Aries. Do you guys see the common theme here? And I mean, we've seen it. So we already know we have the twin journey. So we already know there's this bond. But it says, let no one live it for you. Let no one choose your path but you, Aries. Focus on your purpose. Focus on your purpose and you can't go wrong. Love is here. Listen to your heart. Embrace what makes you happy. There are 1,000,000 reasons to love. And wouldn't you know, I forgot to pull out the Moonology cards. I feel like I've done that. I don't know, like what, 2 weeks in a row? What's that mean? Maybe 2024 we're going to get new Moonology cards. All right, Aries, I'm going to close it out with the Moonology. Remember, these are going to be for your thoughts and emotions. I feel like you're definitely in your thoughts. There's something about needing to have faith. Let your faith be bigger than your fear. Don't push anything and let it just come in naturally. Your hard work is paying off. It's new moon in Capricorn. Look at that, guys. New moon in Capricorn. And that is the new moon that's coming in on January 11th. It's like you're almost to something. Don't push too hard. Your commitment is being tested, definitely. And hold your vision. The fixed moon comes out, Aries. All right, I'm going to leave it right there. I hope that reading was helpful. If it was, guys, tap that like button for me. Like, share, comment, subscribe, you know, all the good stuff. I'm going to clean up really quickly and we're going to move on to move on to Leo. Wasn't too bad, right? Like we didn't get in too much trouble. Almost. I was almost there. All right, let's do Leo. 4752 for Leo. Leo, this is going to be for the week of January 7th through January 13th. I'm going to start out with the Heal Yourself reading cards. We're going to do energy of the week. All right, Leo, we have Soulmate card coming out. Cycles on the bottom. All right, I'm going to use the Numinous next. We're going to look at challenge or obstacle. The Soulmate card, I mean, it could be, so remember, there's 3 different types of relationships, right? We got, and not everyone is a twin, but if you are, one twin flame, right? And you have soulmates, you can have multiple soulmates. They don't all have to be love relationships. And then there's karmic relationships. You can have multiple karmic relationships. I don't recommend it. But the soulmate card may not be soulmate. I mean, it could be twin flame. But it is this energy. Like I always feel with the soulmate card, like, see how she's solid and he's not? Like that always sticks out to me. It's like someone's solid and someone else maybe doesn't feel so solid. It's like someone's sure about something and maybe someone else isn't so sure about something. All right, challenge or obstacle, 10th house reputation. Worried about what it looks like. Chiron healing is going to be in lesson learned. And ninth house seeking is outcome, which means you go looking for the answers. Seventh house relationships is on the bottom. Gee, I wonder what it's going to be about, Leo. It's definitely about relationships. Worried about what it looks like to other people. Let's see what else is on there. Responsibilities is on here. Legacy is on here. Could have something to do with career, job, 10th house. But Chiron says you've been working on healing this situation. So let's see what the tarot says. And I am going to use Triple Goddess Tarot again. Let's start with that soulmate card. We have the Ace of Swords, Knight of Wands, something to do with communication, something to do with reckless energy, and Eight of Pentacles, where you're putting your focus, you know. Knight of Wands can be passion and excitement and drive, especially with all this, North Node in Aries. You have so much fire going on right now in the astrology. So, and then of course we're doing Leo. So, but I feel like don't be reckless, Leo, but it's about new communication could make this stronger. Like new communication could make this more solid, right? Where you put your focus, dedication, Eight of Pentacles. All right, let's look at 10th house. Again, it could have something to do with your career, but I think it's more about reputation. It's more about like what people think or what it looks like. So we have the Chariot. This is Cancer energy. This is about don't be afraid to move quickly. There's a victory here. Eight of Swords is a self-restriction. It talks about using all your senses. So you know how normally it shows like the person is surrounded by the swords and they're blindfolded and they're tied and bound. So notice he's not tied and bound. His blindfold is up. He's using all his senses to escape whatever the self-restriction is. So whatever the self-restriction is, like Leo, it's something you're telling yourself. And then we have the reunion card here. The reunion card is the world card in normal tarot. So it's like you could have a new opportunity to quickly break free from some form of self-restriction. With Chiron healing, I feel like lesson learned. Remember, this is going to help you with this challenge or obstacle. I feel like this is actually something that's happening right now. It wasn't Chiron, but we do have this week. Juno going retrograde in Virgo. Remember that Juno represents relationships. All right, so we have the Seven of Cups coming out. Again, choices, options. We have the Nine of Swords. This is about, some of you could be about shadow work, but it's about processing trauma. And then we have the Knight of Swords coming out. Knight of Swords is about being courageous enough to break free from something. It's normally my clue card for a breakup. Seven of Cups, look at your choices cautiously. Cautiously. Be careful what you choose. Nine of Swords, you're almost to the completion of something that's been very painful, very challenging. And the Knight delivers a message. Freedom. Queen of Swords also comes out, 9th house seeking. Queen of Swords says that someone takes the mask off. See how the mask is laying down there in the corner? Speaks truth. Fights for truth. Have the Page of Swords coming out. Page of Swords, again, this is higher learning, higher, it's literally this card. Like that's the same meaning, right? Those of you that read tarot. So Page of Swords and the higher learning, ninth house seeking. There's something about like you need to learn more, and it could have something to do with a letter or writing something down. Two of Wands is here, and Two of Wands says you have a very important decision to make. And I just want to say again, ninth house is also about travel, expansion, right? It's only ruled by Sagittarius. So interesting because Two of Wands is also about travel, going somewhere, doing something, picking one. I don't know. I wanted to say, Leo, that I felt like this was about relationships, right? Like we kept seeing all those signs. But I think this is more about your commitment to your relationship, Leo. Like this isn't, I'm not really picking up anyone else's energy here. Maybe a Cancer, maybe a Capricorn, but it's like this energy of, and those are really the only two major arcana. So, I mean, that's it. But it's like this energy of the other person is not in here. It's more of like you're choosing to step into the situation. It's like your commitment could be feeling tested at this time. It could also just be like you're putting the all or nothing, right? Like you're ready to put it all in. Like, this is what I'm going to do. I want to learn more, get better. You know what I'm saying? Like that type of energy. Two of Wands, I do need to mention, Leo. For me, sometimes Two of Wands can be high expectations. But I think it's just about wanting to learn more, grow, expand. Wanting to learn how to do something better. So you don't always feel tied down with no options. All right, Leo, let's do guidance. Magical times. Anticipation. Something wonderful is happening. Change is in the air. Open yourself to blessings on their way. Friendship. Be with the ones who make you shine, who love you and really care. Keep those and let the others go. Nature. Sometimes all you need is to go outside, breathe the fresh air to remember who you are and where you want to be. Ooh, maybe you are traveling after all, Leo. All right, Moonology Oracle to close it out for Leo. Remember, this is going to help with your thoughts and emotions. Time for healing comes out. Remember, Chiron healing was the lesson learned. A time to give rather than take. I feel like, Leo, you're just putting more, step out of your comfort zone. North Node, I mentioned that earlier. North Node is in Aries. I feel like you're just putting in North Node in Aries is making us all follow purpose and more committed to following our purpose. But I think for this Leo reading, this is about your commitment. This is about where you want to put your commitment. All right, Leo, I'm going to leave it right there. I hope that reading was helpful. If it was, guys, tap that like button for me. I'm going to clean up really quickly. We're going to move on to Sagittarius. Leo is my second house. So it's like spirits asking me, love or money, Rosa? Love or money? I'm just gonna say I'm gonna stick with the money. So Jenna, hello. New York City. Sandra says both. I don't know. I don't think my brain can fill both currently. I'm just sticking to the journey and the purpose, and I'm good. I'm good right here. But I love that you're ready for both. That seems a little different than normal. Gives me hope. Must be where I'm headed. All right, I gotta puff on my puffer, y'all. Give me a minute. Sagittarius. Oh, let's wait for it. Let's do 101:30. 101:30. Sagittarius. This is going to be for the week of January 7th through January 13th. Capricorn new moon, January 11th. I feel like it's going to be your biggest cosmic influence. Capricorn new moon is definitely get to work hard, get to work. Remember, we manifest new moons, new energy, set intentions. Sagittarius, it's important that I tell you that. I mentioned it at the beginning. This new moon is about you setting intentions for the whole year. For the whole year. This is not just a couple of weeks or months. This is a powerful first new moon of 2024. And it's the astrology, you guys. It's the astrology that's making this energy feel more powerful. So I'm recording this on January 1st. Today is 1/1. So it's like we all feel it. We all feel there's been this energetic shift. Things feel lighter, more optimistic, faster, right? So it's like powerful new moon on the 11th. And Mercury went direct today. So today's the 1st, remember? So we're always a week ahead. Mercury went direct. So we just got done learning how to speak what we want into existence. I got to see that like in action this weekend, even with people that, I'm not saying they're not awakening, but it's not like something they talk about openly, right? Or I even seen it with people that like don't pay attention to astrology, right? I always say astrology is a tool. Astrology is a tool. I think that's important. But yeah, it's like it happens to you whether you know what's happening or not. But it was interesting to see people, especially people that normally speak what they don't want, right? Because that's what that Mercury retrograde taught us. To not say what we don't want. It's important that you say what you do want, Capricorn. Also, I'm getting, because this new moon is important for you, Capricorn, this is your new moon. No wonder. Duh. Have mercy. But it's not just that. It's like there's so much more. I feel like it could be connected to that Cancer full moon. Because remember, I was saying that the moons were connected. So it was like the Cancer full moon had something to do with dealing with an unresolved family issue. That's it, that's it, Capricorn. Dealing with an unresolved family issue. So you had until this new moon. What am I saying, Capricorn? Sagittarius. You had until this new Capricorn new moon to finish out whatever that unresolved family issue is. All right, let's see. Sagittarius, energy of the week. The sadness card comes out. On the bottom is the wild card. The sadness card could say that you feel, I heard the word misplaced, but it's like you feel like you're not in the right place. All right, let's do the numinous. Could be someone around you too, Sagittarius. It may not necessarily be you. It could be that there's someone around you, maybe someone that's not following their purpose, like they feel like they're in the wrong place. And maybe this is something you've been through. This is something you've already overcome, Sagittarius. It's kind of the energy that I'm getting. So it's like you know, or you can sense it. All right, we have Scorpio coming out for challenge or obstacle, the animal. Transformative, intense, passionate, and secretive. We have sixth house craft. This is about daily routine. Could also be about work, job, health. I see the moon card. The moon could be an overflow of emotions, definitely. We have ascendant. This is going to be your rising. So Sagittarius, I mean, you could be watching because it's your rising, but I would say where is your rising on your chart? Like if you're a Sagittarius sun. You have sextile opportunity on the bottom. This is so different than normal because normally it's the energy of the week is for the person. And then normally the other people are up here. And I mean, it still could be that way for some of you Sagittariuses, but I'm not really picking that up. I think that you have someone around you, most likely a Scorpio, who has watched you follow your purpose, has watched you come out of your sadness, craft. They watched your like daily routine, how you did things, how you chose to choose you every single day, right? And I feel this strongly because ascendant is here as the outcome, and that's your rising. And your rising is how people see you, Sagittarius, how people see you. I think you're going to get an opportunity with this Capricorn new moon to resolve a family issue that I don't know. It's like it's something to do with this person. Like maybe this person wasn't kind to you before, but their energy is not giving, like they're not going to be kind to you now. Like maybe that's the opportunity. Maybe you didn't want to help this person before because they weren't kind to you before or something like that. But it's like now this person, it's almost like a breakdown of the ego. So it's like when this person gets to that energy, it's like now it's more receptive, it's more ready to heal, right? So it's like if you tried to help this person previously, it didn't work out. Right. Lost. My moon is Sagittarius. So I'm like, what? What? All right, so Triple Goddess Tarot. I totally just put the pieces together and figured it out for my journey. I hope you guys can put the pieces together and figure it out for yours. Let's pull a little tarot, try to make it a little easier. Get the sadness card. Oh my gosh. That is the sadness card. Loss, despair. This is not you though, Sagittarius. Like I do not feel that you're in this loss and despair. So I'm wondering, like, does someone feel like they lost you and they're in despair? Yes. And look at the 5-5. Sagittarius. See the Emperor. I'm going to take it. The Emperor and the Empress. How interesting is that? The Emperor is someone who is controlling, maybe bossy, and the Empress is someone who's divine, creative, abundant. This is definitely two different people. Sagittarius, there's someone around you. Could be a Scorpio, could be an Aries, but it's like they feel like they lost you, or they feel like they lost your, you were this divine energy. But you see how he's like, there's something about the Emperor and his staff. It's like this person caused that energy, that whatever sadness to happen. Like it wasn't this energy. It's the most interesting Sagittarius reading I think I've ever done. All right, let's look at Scorpio, the animal. Oh, yeah, look at that. 5 of Wands, challenges. So not the 5 of Swords, though. So you're not stabbing and killing each other, but you maybe hitting each other. But it's this energy of like combative. I just want to say it's training, it's preparation. Knight of Swords is here. Knight of Swords is someone that delivers a message about freedom, breaking free from something. And 4 of Pentacles. 4 of Pentacles is manifestation, having all the ingredients you need to create something. I can't look, Diana, but I want to so bad. I gotta keep going. All right, the 6th house craft. We have the World coming out. Remember, this is reunion. This is reunion energy. Reunion, and it's you're reuniting with someone. It could be a Virgo, but I feel like you're reuniting with someone that maybe you made a home with. Maybe you were in a home with. You experienced daily routines together. 10 of Swords is here, a completion to a painful life cycle. And the Fool, you're now able to take the leap of faith and fully prepared. Remember, there's 2 Fool cards in Triple Goddess Tarot. One, she's barefoot and she's like, screw it, I don't care where my shoes are, I'm just going. This one is fully prepared. All right, Ascendant outlook, we have that Page of Swords coming back out. So it's like seeking more, learning more, understanding more. We have the 5 of Pentacles coming out, frustrations and challenges, and the 10 of Pentacles coming out, accomplishments, achievements, getting the things that you want. Again, Sagittarius, like I'm not sure if this is, you did these things. You could be wrapping something up now. I'm positive. It's very possible that like right now, beginning of January, something good that you've been working on that, you know, was frustrating to you. Is like you got through it and you could be wrapping that up, and someone from your past like sees you do that and is like, oh my gosh, how is she doing so well? How is she able to do this? How is she able to get so far? Could definitely be this energy. But I just want to say this is so rare because it's not that we don't pick up on other people's energies when I'm doing these readings. I mean, of course I do, but never in such an overwhelming way. So we see in Scorpio, Aries, Capricorn, on the bottom, Libra, justice. There was a great injustice, and now these scales are being balanced. I gotta hurry up and get through this reading so I can go check out the comments. All right, let's do Guidance, magical times. Confidence. Be bold, rise up and stand tall. Feel the fire in your soul. Expectations. Be open for whatever comes next. It might just be the music that your heart's been waiting to hear. Cycles. We are all becoming. Surrender to your changes, release your fear, and trust the powerful process. All right, Moonology to close it out for Sagittarius. I mean, I don't know what to say. I'm just gonna be completely honest. Ready? I'm spewing it out. I haven't looked at the comments at all. But there's clearly a reunion energy here of someone that maybe wasn't very happy with you for a while. Maybe wasn't very nice to you for a while. But it's like their ego has broken down. This could be someone who's having like dark night of the soul. And it's like you're the light. They see your Sagittarian light. They see you doing your journey, working your journey. And Spirit's like, be confident in who you are and what you're doing, because like you're changing lives. I mean, have mercy. All right, luck is on your side. Look at that new moon in Sagittarius. Look at this. Look at the bigger picture. Full moon in Sagittarius. And conclusions are within reach. It's the full moon eclipse. Go back to the last full moon eclipse, I would say. What was it? What was it? Full moon eclipse. Taurus. Was it the Taurus full moon eclipse? I'm going to say yeah. What was happening around that time? Who's this person? Emotions are running high. Big understatement. All right, I'm going to leave it right there, Sagittarius. I hope that reading was helpful. If it was, guys, tap the like button for me. Like, share, comment, all the good stuff. I am going to clean up really quickly. I will offer some mini yes or no's. If anybody waited patiently, most of the time they don't, for a yes or no reading, now would be the time in the comments. So let me know. And then I'm going to go over here and catch up to figure out like what is going on. She said you'll probably get more details in a text. Okay. What is happening? All right, guys. So back to regular schedule. So don't forget, tomorrow we'll be back and we'll be doing the water signs. So Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. Wednesday, we're going to do the earth signs, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. And Thursday, we do the air signs, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Astrology, I'm going to try to recap. We'll recap as we go through the elements. There's really the Capricorn new moon is really going to be the only thing we need to focus right now on. I feel like this is going to be the major cosmic influence for the week. Remember, Capricorn new moon, set new intentions for the whole year. No crybaby, whiny energy. It's just get to work energy, right? Oh, I have to start saving the chat. I stopped saving it for the longest time, and I need to start saving it again just so I can go back. I feel like I missed out on so much. My sun, Sag, and rising is Scorpio. So interesting. So interesting. All right, guys, I'm going to wrap it up. Thank you so much for coming in here and hanging out with me. I appreciate you guys so very much. Sandra, Diana, my moderators, thank you for always helping me. Yeah, I'm going to get to those texts. I gotta go back over the Sagittarius reading, and then we got to text it out. All right, I'll see everyone tomorrow night for the water signs, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. I'm always sending all of you abundant love and light on your journey. Have a good night, everyone.